ask the Minister for Economic Development how many work permits were granted for the hospitality trade during the temporary relaxation period.
On the Minister for Economic Development, Mr Skelly.
Good morning, Dr. I thank the honourable member for her question. I assume she is referring to the simplified process brought in by the Department this year to assist with temporary recruitment in the hospitality sector during the summer season. The process ran from the 1st of March and will end on the 31st of October. It has enabled employers to request a certain number of temporary work permit exemptions prior to employing individuals. Employers were still required to advertise locally, and if an insufficient number of Isle of Man workers were available, the employer could utilise the exemption. Employers were also required to notify the Department of details of individuals employed under it. 38 employers registered for the process and requested 204 exemptions. However, only 87 individuals were employed as a result of those exemptions. I can advise that all employers who registered for the scheme have been subject to a visit from officers of the Department to ensure compliance with the initiative. In terms of feedback, there has been a universal message that the employers that the scheme has assisted in some way. All of the information gathered as a result of this initiative will be evaluated by the Department in honouring my commitment to review the temporary exemptions at the end of the season. Good morning.
Supplementary question, Ms Edge.
Thank you, Mr President, and thank you to the Minister for his response. You stated that there was 87 exemptions taken up by employers. I'm very interested for the Minister's response on the recent employment statistics, where it's shown there's 31 people unemployed in hotel, catering and bar work, which is mainly the sector we're talking about. Can he advise, once he's done the review, are we going to be expecting an increase in these numbers unemployed once the October period is reached?
Reply, sir. Mr Skelly.
Yes, and thank the honourable member for a supplementary question. Yes, statistics, we will have to analyse what the unemployment issue is. What was very, very clear in this particular industry that they're quite transitional and people do move around quite significantly, but we do monitor that as closely as we possibly can. The feedback clearly has been very positive from employers, but we have also filled permanent posts in that period, and we're aware that nearly 200 posts have actually also been filled in addition to these exemptions.
Mr Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Mr President. Would the Minister accept that, as actually one of the 87 employers who used the scheme and enjoyed a visit from the inspectors, that the special scheme introduced by his department was extremely well received, valuable and very important for the sector?
Yes, I thank the Honourable Lauder for his question, and would confirm, yes, it has been very well received, as regarded as being successful, and of course this was done as a result of feedback, or rather the industry contacting the Department in the first instance. So it was done as a temporary basis. We have set criteria, and we will be evaluating that going forward. Clearly we have more work permit motions before us, or orders before us, that we believe will be greater reforms for not just this sector but all sectors across the Isle of Man, as there is a severe skills gap and labour shortage.
Honourable Member for Middle, Mr Shimmons.
Thank you, Mr President. Would the Minister accept that if the temporary exemption scheme had not been introduced, a number of hotels would have been unable to open for the summer season?
Minister.
Thank the honourable member for his question. We're not sure that that is the case, but having said that, there was a very severe shortage, and that was very clear that we needed to respond to it. We had the ability to do that, and we managed to move very quickly and swiftly, and we believe we've fixed the issue. But yes, there was a critical issue in this particular industry, but I would also suggest that there is bigger issues across the wider employment market of the Isle of Man.